Spider-Man is a character we all know and love since the very beginning.
I love you guys. Thank you.
From Sam Raimi's trilogy with Tobey Maguire,
Fly. Up, up, and away, Webb. Shazam.
to the MCU's Spider-Man trilogy with Tom Holland.
Where you from?
Queens.
Brooklyn.
These movies are sensational. No matter what your age, Spider-Man is a character that everybody can relate to.
Come on, Peter Tingle.
In 2018, Sony released the first ever Spider-Man spin-off movie called Venom, which was successful both critically and financially.
What the hell are you?
I am Venom.
It gave Sony and Marvel the idea of creating more spin-offs and a dedicated universe for Spider-Man. If you don't know, there are multiple Spider-Man characters and storylines within just his universe, and only 3% of it has been used across multiple projects and spin-offs.
I don't want to brag, but I will. I was in the Avengers. The Avengers? Yeah. That's great. Thank you. What is that? Wait, you don't have the Avengers?
So today, we will dive in for a complete analysis of this universe's upcoming spin-off, madameweb, and what fans can expect from the movie. This is Jay, and you are watching Cineverse Spot. So, without further ado, let's jump right in.
It's usually a good idea to have a seat when your world is about to be turned upside down.
Whoa! In mid-2020, Sony officially announced their own Sony Spider-Man universe, with more projects. This universe will have its Spider-Man and storylines, villains all separated from the main MCU timeline.
There you are. Death to you, father. No!
But after the failure of Venom 2 and Morbius, Sony was having second thoughts about introducing their own Spider-Man.
Where is she?
So, in 2021, Sony released their highly anticipated movie Spider-Man: No Way Home, which was a juggernaut, breaking many records and making over $2.5 billion worldwide. But there was one problem. It had 3 Spider-Mans. Yes, you heard it right. 3 Spider-Mans from different franchise genres with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland himself.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
After the movie was a success, Sony was considering the idea of making Andrew Garfield the Spider-Man that they wanted for their universe. Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland have both had the honor, each bringing a unique charm to the role. After the success of No Way Home, Sony announced a new spin-off named madameweb, with Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney in lead roles.
I can see the future.
And I found that incredibly exciting to explore.
Let's try that again.
The movie initially had Garfield rumored to return, only for the studio to pivot towards Holland. A decision that ultimately led to a reshoot and a scrubbing of 90s references to align with the new timeline.
Her clairvoyance. She thinks she's losing her mind.
You are the only one who can change the future.
By the looks of the trailer and some shots of the movie, it doesn't look like a Spider-Man spin-off or connected to him entirely.
Hi, Cassie Webb.
After the reshoots, every scene referencing Spider-Man is removed, and Sony wants to take time deciding their universe's own Spider-Man.
I have to stop what they become.
As a fan myself, I will say Venom 3 is the perfect time for Sony to announce their universe's Spider-Man. Now, as far as madameweb is concerned, it will be set in the year 2003 in its standalone universe, which is kind of sad, but it's good for the movie to create something different and completely unique.
So who is he? Ezekiel Sims? He's a killer.
Those girls don't understand the power in their hands.
However, it can also make it a failure, as fans are expecting more from this movie. If it fails to meet their expectations, it can make Sony think about their choices regarding their Spider-Man universe.
Don't understand what's happening.
Anyways, that's all for today. Let me know what you think about Sony's Spider-Man universe, and what are your expectations for madameweb? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. That's all for today from Cineverse Spot. Until next time, stay fabulous.
See you, chump.